Hello students, this is Sarish again with a new video of your chapter Fiber to Fabric. I hope you are watching my previous video also and continuing your study regularly. As yesterday I told you about the topic wool production. I told you before that also how wool is taken from the animals, and from them after taken how that is processed by some methods, and then we can get the wool fiber, and due to that we can prepare the wool fabric, woolen fabric, and then clothes. So today I will tell you about the next animal fiber, that is silk. I will also tell what is the meaning of silk and what is the life cycle of silkworm, because silkworm is the only animal from where we can get the silk. So let's start. As I told you, silk is an animal fiber. You have seen silk clothes like silk sarees, that is very famous in silk clothes. There are various types of dresses, clothes in silk are available. Actually silk is obtained from a kind of worm. That worm name is silkworm. So silkworm it is called because that worm it provides us silk. This silk is very soft kind of thread and it is shiny in the nature. That's why the clothes made by silk is sunshine in nature, and it is a good insulator, means that can stop the heat to come in and to go out. That's why they are good in winter. When we wear them in winter they keep us warm, and if we wear them in summer they keep us cool. So for both purpose silk clothes are best to wear. So silk cloth is some costly rather than other clothes, because silk is prepared by various methods, but we will not discuss today those methods. We will discuss how can we obtain this silk from silkworm. There are not other animals rather than silkworm from where we can get the silk. So there is only silkworm from where we can get the silk. So how can we obtain from them, and how that silkworm produce this silk? This is very important. How this silkworm produce this silk. So that we will discuss today. So that life cycle will tell you. Life cycle means how that silkworm live, produce, and then again this continue going on, and we are getting this silk day by day. So today I will tell you by diagram. That diagram is about life cycle of silkworm. Maybe you have done in 6th standard or you have heard about it. Today you will also please watch this from your book. If the diagram, if you feel any problem in diagram, so please watch from book or some maybe from internet. That will be easy to watch. Here it is a diagram of silkworm life cycle. In this there are 4 stages. First stage is about eggs. Eggs are the first stage. Second stage is about larva. And third stage is cocoon, pupa. Pupa is the silkworm, and cocoon that I will explain. And fourth stage is adult moth. Adult moth means that silkworm convert into a kind of butterfly which you can see. So these are the 4 stages. These are the main 4 stages of the silkworm in the life cycle. So we will discuss these life cycle stages. Why we are going to discuss life cycle stages? Because life cycle will tell you that how silkworm can produce these silk and how can you obtain from them. So first stage is egg. Before telling this stage, I tell you that silkworms, they are also male or female. Male silkworm is more active than female silkworm, and male silkworm size is lesser than female silkworm, because female has to store eggs, and that eggs are given by female silkworms on the mulberry tree or mulberry leaves. That eggs may be 300 to 400. But you can see here कि female silkworm lays 400 to 500 eggs on mulberry leaves. So this is about the first stage that produce eggs 400 to 500 once. So you can assume from these eggs we can get the next stage, that is called larva. You have seen some very small insects from vegetables like peas, like cauliflower, like from some vegetables we have seen some small kind of larva insects of green color, of different color. So these larvae, firstly they remove from eggs, means when an egg hatches, hatching of egg. So when egg hatches, then black larva produces mostly, and that black larva, so these black larvae after then finally convert into white or creamy color. So what they eat, because they have to grow, so they eat mulberry leaves. That's why the silk which is produced by these larvae is also called mulberry silk. So mulberry leaves, you can see mulberry tree, in those these larvae feed on, and then after feeding on that larva stage, you can see कि after some days when they produce larva, so some of them black in color, white or cream in color, so they shed their skin 4 times in these leaves. That shedding of skin 4 times is done in between 27 to 28 days. So this process is called molting, because they shed their skin, as also like about snake, they also shed their skin. So these also shed their skin 3 to 4 times in 27-28 days. So that process is called molting. So this is about the larva stage. After then the third stage comes. Third stage is called pupa stage, in which they form a cover which is called cocoon. In this, larva lives inside the cocoon. How does it happen? In this stage, larva, when it eats mulberry leaves, then that larva grow a group of cell which is called gland. In our body also there are glands. So in this body a group of cell grow, that is called glands. That gland produce silk. So silk is released in the form of very thin filament, means it's a very thin thread like structure, and it is produced from the mouth of the larva, because it eats that mulberry leaves and release the saliva from its mouth, and that is a kind of protein. So when it comes in the air, then it becomes some hard, and it takes the shape of filament thread, and it cover itself. Then the larva cover itself when it release this filament from their mouth, and when it cover itself, then that cover is called cocoon. That you can see in the figure also. That cover is called cocoon. So these filaments, they make a cover, and that cover is called cocoon. So larva convert itself into pupa. In that cocoon, larva convert itself into pupa. Pupa is the some hard stage of larva, means in this larva grows and it becomes some hard, and after some days then larva release out from the cocoon, and the cocoon we want, because this is a kind of group of the filament, group of the thread, and from this thread we can produce silk, because this is a silk. Whatever we need, that is produced by the cocoon. So this cocoon we want. Then after then this pupa grow and become adult and release out from cocoon, and then it become adult silk moth or adult moth. So then it convert into adult silkworm, and then again it produce eggs, then again it's larva, then again it's cocoon produced by the pupa, and then it again convert into adult. So this life cycle is called silkworm life cycle. So by this they produce the cocoon, and we want this cocoon, and this cocoon is of white in color, and that cocoon is shiny, we need this, and then we separate it and then we get the silk from it. So this is the complete process to produce silk. How can we produce silk from this cocoon, silk thread from this cocoon? That tomorrow I will tell you in new video. So I hope you have liked the video, you have watched the video carefully, and also please tell your classmates, schoolmates that they must watch the video of their subjects so that they can continue their study properly. Thank you and have a beautiful day.